Nikola Jovic sets the record straight on some of the comments that he made to a Serbian outlet about his role with the Miami Heat. Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. I want to thank everybody for their continued support of my channel. If you could please hit the subscribe button, that would mean a lot to me. So Nikola Jovic recently was interviewed by a Serbian media outlet about his current status and role with the Miami Heat. Jovic has played only 3 games this season and is basically entirely out of the Miami Heat's rotation. He last got an opportunity against the Nets where the Heat lost on Saturday night. They were very shorthanded. Jimmy Butler, Bam, Tyler, Duncan, Robinson were out, and he only played, I believe, 16 minutes and played pretty poorly offensively with only 1 point. Did pretty well on the playmaking side, had 4 assists, but he does not have a lot of experience and he's not getting any playing time. So he wanted to play in the G League. So apparently he volunteered to play there so he can get some minutes and get some reps after what he thought he had a really good offseason playing with Serbia, his national team. And so he just wanted the opportunity to play versus rotting on the bench. And so he was interviewed, and apparently the quotes or his answers were translated incorrectly. I guess the original quote, he said, "It's not easy. It's really not easy. It's even harder for me than last year. I kind of feel like I can play and deserve it. They think I'm not ready yet, and I totally understand that. There's nothing there. I don't know where this is going, and I'm trying to do is be on the field as much as possible. Somehow, even when I'm playing, I feel maybe I'm being misused. I hope that some things will change. I'll continue to work. I really support everything they do for me, and it'll get better for sure." He did say something about like not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So all of that apparently was misconstrued. The 20-year-old on Monday tried to defuse the situation by explaining to reporters in English. He said it was taken out of context. I did not say that exactly. This has been spread on social media. He woke up to Twitter just going wild, getting a bunch of texts from his friends. But what he said today was, I'm going to say this in English so you guys don't have to translate it. Basically what I said is the team is playing great without me, and minute-wise, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this team's playing great, so there's no point of playing me right now, and I get it, totally get it. So that was the first thing. Second thing is, I was talking about the G League. So G League playing-wise, we don't have a 5, so I'm playing the 5. And sometimes it's not easy to play the things that you're not really good at, which playing at the 4. I would probably be a lot better, and that's basically it. So apparently words were taken out of context, translated incorrectly, but either way, Jovic has played in just 3 games like I mentioned earlier this season and has had a brief stint with the G League. And Jimmy Butler was at a game recently, took some time to watch him play for CFL Skyforce and praised Jovic, saying that he thinks he's going to be helping this organization in the future when he's long gone. So he's clearly still raw. He still lacks on the defensive end. I think that's the big issue of why he's not playing. Offensively, again, the game's a little too fast. He does have some good vision, but he does get baited into a lot of bad passes. So he is turnover prone. And again, he's not playing with the ball in his hands because they have Hero and Bam and Jimmy and Caleb sometimes, I guess, but Lowry, who have the ball in their hands more often. So in those 3 games, he's not really seeing much time or opportunity to play with the ball, and he's a point forward. He's not really a center or a power forward. You know, he's more of a guard, honestly. So that happens to be 6'10", 6'11". So we'll see what happens. Brighter days may be ahead, but the Heat have dealt with injuries. He was in the rotation this last game, so if he continues to practice hard, improve on the defensive end, he will get some opportunities, I think, sparingly. But it is kind of odd that on a night where like half the team was injured, he still didn't get to play 20 plus minutes and wasn't really thrown in the fire. So I don't know what that says about him personally and then how Spo feels about him on the court, but you would think that he would get a larger opportunity again with all those players missing, specifically Sunday. And if he's not getting time against a Nets team who's mediocre, and with all those injuries, then when is he going to get time? The Heat haven't blown anybody out really, so it's going to be hard for him to get in when they're winning, because they win by a small margin, it seems like, every goddamn game. So he's not going to play when the Heat are winning or doing well. He's not going to play when the Heat are even getting blown out, or when the team is super injured. So I feel bad for the kid, but he's only 20. He's got to put in the work. He's got to improve on the defensive end if he wants to crack the rotation and get an opportunity to grow and expand his game. So I'm sure he'll get some opportunity, but good for him going to the G League, trying to improve there at least and stay fresh versus just having to practice against his teammates to get some reps. So we'll see, but not a big deal. I like Jovic. I think he has good potential, but yeah, you never know. He was the 21st pick, 24th pick, whatever it was. So there's no guarantee that he is going to be a NBA player. He has a lot of potential and upside, but I saw the inconsistency even when he was playing in the FIBA World Cup. There was games where he shot horribly, and there was games where he shot well. So he's going to be inconsistent. He's young, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.